We're a little bit early, but it's okay. Giving everybody time to get their stuff together. Giving everybody time to go ahead and pull over, do what you got to do, put it on your dash cam, put it on the slap, and tap in. This is the weekly tap in. It's your boy Duane Cofield, drug dealers to businessmen, and I'm tapping in. What's good, family? Go ahead and let me know what city you champing in from. We're going deep today. We're going classic. That's why I got a classic T-shirt on, man. Shout out to my white tee guys. I thought I'd give y'all a classic shout out. We're going classic with our thoughts today as well. So go ahead and put that city in, man, so I can shout you out. Man, I appreciate you guys and your loyalty, consistency. I'm trying to stay there. Ohio, okay. What up? What up? What's up in ATL? I see you, Samuel. What's good, fam? Marion, I appreciate you, homie. We love Ohio, man. Got folks out there, man. Let's see where I was out there in Toledo, which is close to Detroit, I think. The Ville, what's happening? All right. What Ville? Victorville? It's a few Villes, homie. Charleston tapping in. What's up, Charleston? South Carolina, man. Me and my wife trying to get out that way, man. We trying to see both Carolinas, man. I heard y'all got some amazing seafood, dog. So I'm trying to tap in. Yes, indeed. So we got people. What's up, Steph? Okay. What's up, Steph? Welcome back. Welcome back to that classroom. Aha. What else we got? Who else tapping in, man? We got a pretty good list today, man. So I appreciate it, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share it with my peoples too. I encourage you guys to do the same. It's just a courtesy. It's just something that helps us, man. It really does help us, man. The more you guys share it. What's up, Tanisha? All right, from the gym. All right. Well, we're going to give you some motivation that we talking about the law of detachment today, homie. So it's going to be really good. It's going to be good for that soul, right? Because a lot of times that's the fastest way to accomplish the goal is to let that shit go, right? Don't trip too much. So we'll be talking about that too. And the book that actually came from, man, which is a real classic, man. Shout out to my boy Chris Lose too, who actually gave me the inspiration, man. He had posted a video of Joey Badass. And he was talking about the fastest way to accomplish a goal. So that's why it kind of inspired me. And I'm like, I know that. And I'm like, man, 7 spiritual laws of success. So at the end, I'll tell you guys where the book came from. But before then, we're going to talk about 1, where you guys calling in and tapping in from where you're watching. 2, we're going to talk about that, the law of detachment, right? And how powerful it is to let something go if you really, really want it, right? Because a lot of times, you know, those who cook, when you're watching that boiling pot, right, it never boils, right? Same thing holds true in life. When you're sitting there watching something and giving it your undivided attention, as if that's the only thing you're supposed to accomplish in the world, that's it. It'll never happen. I know that's crazy to hear and that's crazy to kind of put together, but the more you pay attention to it, and I'm not saying take your eyes off the prize. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you have to detach yourself from results. Right? When you talk about the law of detachment, it's talking about detaching yourself from the results, right? Focus on intention. What did I intend to do? And that's it, right? Because when you talk about the law, right? Study law is based on intent. What was your intent? Well, I didn't mean to kill him. Well, you won't get a murder one. You'll get a manslaughter. You'll get something less if you didn't mean to do that. Well, what did you mean to do? Well, I meant to whoop his ass. Okay, well, did he die as a result of that? Yeah. Okay. Well, your intent was messed up, and your intent led to his death. You won't get a premeditated murder, but you're gonna get a hot one, and that's based on intent. And when we look at what we want to accomplish, I even take it back to elementary, like the girl, right? The girl we was chasing. What happens when we sat up there and was chasing her and paying all this attention to her? She rejected us. Happened to me several times. Oh man, I got to give him all this attention. I got to look at him constant. Da, 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 da. That's the wrong move. Wrong move. Right? So I realized later in life, and after I read the book, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. So I'm already throwing it out there to you guys, but I'll show you guys better than I can tell you once we get to that portion of the weekly tap in. But I read that and I was like, the law of detachment. I was like, oh, I gotta let it go. I gotta put my intention in the right place, but I gotta let it go. I can't focus on it because God knows I'm supposed to be doing other things as well. And I can't afford to miss any of that, focusing 100% on this thing, right? That has me. Because your goals, a lot of times, what you want to accomplish, you'll go into overdrive and overload. Like, man, I'm doing way too much. What up, fam? What's up, Cuzzo? Ah, yes, indeed. Appreciate you tapping in, homie. Praying for you guys out there. You know that. You know what we're talking about. But you gotta let it go. You have to, because it will consume you. And when something consumes you, it's not good for anybody. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your family members' health. It's just like trying to pass a level on a video game. You got that shit all night. The minute you let go and come back to it, you're like, oh, you're a damn cheat code, right? And that's the thing. That's the same thing holds true in life. And it's just counterintuitive. It doesn't make a damn bit of sense. Man, but if I stop focusing on it, if I stop looking at it, it's gonna fly away. No, it's not. Because what's meant for you is meant for you. It's nobody else has it. Nobody else can get it like that. That's the part people miss right there. That's the part where you connecting with faith. When you're praying on something, when you're trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? But in the process, what happens too? Because there's another thing that happens at the same time, right? Because as you're trying to get whatever you're trying to get, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see your goal go across your face. Trust me. You're going to see somebody else accomplishing what you think you're supposed to have right now. And it's going to build some sense of envy and jealousy. Everybody deals with it. That green eye monster. How do you deal with jealousy? I'll tell you how I deal with it. I have to channel it. I have to absorb it. I have to admit, first of all, damn, D, you hating. Why you hating on them? This is their time to shine. You and I tell you what else checks you. I mean, what else puts you in the right mental space is you do a self-inventory when you're about to hate on somebody. So before you get to, and everybody gets it, I can't, ain't anybody, oh man, I don't, I just love everything everybody doing. Yeah, if you got $20 million, you like, yeah, man, everybody in the 100,000 in the $1 million club is cool. But them billionaires, you salty about, especially when they flip stuff that you really can't do right then. So it doesn't matter. Everybody feels it at every level. It doesn't, at every level, trust me. So, but how do you deal with that green eye monster? Somebody getting a promotion, somebody getting X, Y, Z. How do you deal with it? Because it's going to happen, especially on your path to success. I go do a self-inventory, because when you do a self-inventory, similar to what Jay Prince said, a book of answered prayers, these are answered prayers when you do a self-inventory. 100%. Answered prayers. These things are, you already, God, you guys already, there's a receipt for that. There's already a transaction. You got it, he delivered. Every time. So when you go back and look at what you've already been blessed with, it's hard to be salty about what somebody else has. And until you're in their shoes, you don't know what they're going through. Everybody says certain things, but you don't know what they're going through. And it's not your business. The only thing you need to be is happy for them. And where does that come from? That comes from intent. What is my intent? It's to celebrate your success, irrespective of what's going on in my life, because I know my time is coming too. That's the hard part. People, it's that agreement right there. That's hard. That's difficult. Like, I gotta really be happy for you because I know my turn's coming too. Right? It's a lot easier for you to be cheering for somebody on the merry-go-round if you know it's stopping for you. The problem is most people don't believe it's going to stop for them. Most people don't believe that they're going to get what they're supposed to get. Most people feel like they got to put their heart, soul, effort, miss all kind of stuff in life for this particular goal to happen. I got to control it. Right? And then it goes back to that term, let go and let God. You got to let go and let God. Let him drive, man. When you driving, last time you drove, man, how many damn obstacles did we run into? How many walls did we run into when we driving, right? Let me take the wheel, God. I got this. Let me do this, homie. You know what I'm saying? I know how to twist. crash head first. Like, man, scrape the bucket. God just sitting there looking at your ass. Man, for real, you done yet? Okay, cool. I'll take that. Get back to our normal path. Because the path he has you on, man, you're going to sit there. You just got to pay attention. He's going to drive. You just got to follow, you know, hey, okay, supposed to go here. God, I got you. Don't trip. Got you. Turn right, turn left, turn right. And you got to let the steering wheel go and just start, reading the book. You know what I mean? Being a good passenger. Ain't nothing worse than a bad passenger, right? You ever had somebody in the passenger seat that wouldn't help you do shit? God does need some help, right? So you can't just sit there and be that passenger, don't get directions, won't pour the drink. Like, damn, homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be a passenger, be a good one. And that's what God wants you to be, is a good passenger. Sit your ass in the seat, help me get you to where you need to get to. Pull out your phone, give me GPSs. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what's on the next exit so we can pull over. Do some damn research, homie. And that's the key right there. You got to help God out. You got to let go of where you're going, but in the same time, you got to constantly be helping while you're getting there. Even though you have no idea where you're going, when he's saying, I need to get off and get gas, you need to tell him, all right, cool. There's a pump over here. And that's part of preparation. You got to stay ready. I'm using an analogy, and I hope you guys is keeping up. I know you are, but I'm using an analogy. So when God calls on you, say, man, I need to pull over. That's like, okay, pulling your coattail to say, you ready to make this next move. And if you haven't done your research, you haven't done your due diligence to figure out what your next move should be. Man, it could be whatever, opening a store. It could be starting an online business, whatever you want to do. But are you ready? Have you done your homework yet? So that he can meet you halfway and keep you on that course. You're a passenger. The minute we think we got all that kind of control, that's when we crash. And then we praying again, right? We asking God to take the wheel again. Please take the wheel, because I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's okay. That's called submitting and surrendering. You got to surrender to your goals. You got to surrender, detach yourself from it. Walk away. Homie, and I put my best foot forward. Let me see what happens. Period. You feel me? That's it. Walk away and focus on something else that you're supposed to do, right? Give it your best. Give it 100,000%. I did everything I possibly could. Let me go ahead and walk away. Right? One of the things that I always wanted was notoriety in business. I'm being transparent, 100%. I wanted to be featured on TV, and I see all these cats, right? I see all of them. I'm like, man, I'm this close. I know, dude. I know her. I know. I'm like, I'm this close. I'm saying, but that's ego talking. You want to be on there because you think it's going to make you feel some type of way. You ain't ready yet. If you want the publicity, be all the way set up right. I ain't all the way set up right. So my time is coming. I can't hate on them. I got to be happy for cats, man. I just saw your story, dog. You killed it. Period. I text cats all the time. Do I want it to be me? Yes. Am I ready? Probably not. Especially if God hasn't made that exit yet. Right? We still on that same main highway that I'm going to just keep riding and keep getting him whatever he needs. What you need me to pray? You need me to help our boy? Oh, you want to put our boy in the car too and you want me to talk to him while you driving? Okay, cool. And I just do whatever he asks me to do because that dude is going to get me to my goals. Period. And I'm going to step back. I'm going to step back. And it doesn't matter. What's up, CJ? Man, appreciate you tapping in, homeboy. Crypto's back up. You see, I'm on that. You know what I mean? And I'm detaching myself from that. That's another one I detach from. I put my money in a little bit in crypto. I'm walking away. Whether I lose my shirt or make a grip, it is what it is. I know what my intentions were. I was messing with my partner, CJ. CJ told me to tap into the crypto. And I tapped in. And that's it. That's it. It's really that's it. What's up, man? Hey, y'all, follow this dude right here. The what I just put in the thing, yeah, man, get on that cat right there too, man. He could get you to financial freedom. Trust me on that one, bro. And what I mean by that is he could tell you how to clean up your credit profiles, dog. Legitimate, business 100%, man, to do with how you write personal credit and business credit. Man, look what's in the picture. I ain't trying to put you out there like that, elbow, but you know what time it is, homie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always put y'all out there in the best possible positions I can put you guys in. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all who to tap into. It's guys in this chat, it's females in this chat. Our chat is live and lit because of the quality of people that we bring, man, because of the conversations that we talking about. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times we all been in toe-up positions, right? We all been in positions to where we like, man, we can't see straight. And I was just talking to my wife about that. You know what I'm saying? Just talking to my wife about that. Like, yo, you remember when this? You remember when this? And I remember when it was bad. But we still did what we could, based on what we had at that time. We didn't fold, right? We didn't get salty. We saw people thriving. We saw people getting houses, and we saw all that. Every time we pop on Facebook, people talk about homeowner this, homeowner that. Meanwhile, we like, man, 4 days late on rent. You did? So it wasn't always sweet, but that part, that's the thing that built character. That's the reason why I can give y'all stories. You feel what I'm saying? Big homies do big homie stuff. I was telling somebody else, I said, man, ask your big homie how to buy a house. I said, because if they was telling us that when we were 16 and 17 years old, man, the hood would be insane. Because we'd own everything. You feel what I'm saying? But it was, oh man, go smack the enemy. I'll go hit. Man, come on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all about direction and what input we have. So that's why I'm putting y'all up on these types of books. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Oh, it will change your life. That one and the 4 Agreements probably the best ones I've dealt with in terms of life change. And I've read both of them when I was at my lowest point. The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, I read that when I was in between jobs, when I was trying to put it together, when I was fresh out of college. Like, how am I supposed to do this? I'm out of the game. I'm not going back into that. But I don't even really know how to function in an office space. You know what I mean? I just got out of the pen. That's not an office space. So I'm trying to figure out how to function in that space. And I had to read these things. And I started going to people, started asking them, what books, man? What books you read? And started watching it. One of the things I'll tell you about successful books is that the best books are going to recommend other books. So the more you read, the more books you're going to get exposed to. That's why that's so important to read. People talk that, oh man, I don't read. You got to read something, homie. Especially me in jail, we reading fucking Harry Potter, dog. I saw cats. Hey, you reading Harry Potter, homie? Yeah, man, it's good. Really? So, but there's other books, you know what I'm saying, that probably will give you a better ROI. And I'm not saying I ain't hating on Harry Potter or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying. But you got to read these books because they're gonna put you up on the Homo Cheese, all these little parables and things that are easy to digest. You got to stay reading them, man. Stay on top of things constantly because one, they won't believe that we read off the top. I don't know where they got that shit from. I don't know. I don't believe it. I know I'm an avid reader. And if I'm not reading, I'm listening to it. When I was at the gym today, I was listening to where's my phone at? I was listening to the it's right. Hold on, homie. I think it's the Magic of Manifesting. And it was talking about the law of detachment as well. And that's when I knew I was like, okay, so if they talking about the law of detachment, man, I saw Joey Badass talking about the law of detachment. The universe confirms things on what you're supposed to put out there, right? Anytime you're struggling for content, anytime you're struggling to figure out what your next move is, the universe will talk to you. Ask it, right? Just like instead of asking a homie, instead of asking Google, ask the universe, like, oh man, talk to me, dog. What's my next move? Because I don't want to be on this. I said I wanted to be one of the greatest businessmen in history. I said that. And I'm walking away from that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just walk away from it because whenever it gets delivered, it's cool with me. If it does or if it doesn't, I know what my intentions are, right? And I know if my philosophies and the things that I put out there get contagious, then my goal fulfilled. That other shit is ego driven, right? Your legacy is in who continues on based on the messages that you put out there. whether it's your kids, your homies, the people you've influenced. That's your legacy, right? All the prizes and all that, people like, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What are we still doing? Are we still following his philosophy? Is your family still popping? Did you start a line of entrepreneurs in your family? Is that the kind, what did you push? Did you push reading? Did you push exercise? Is everybody kind of fit in the family? Right? Who got this shit popping? So when you hear me talking about legacy, that's what I'm talking about. Family reunions, right? My son go to this karate class in Inglewood. And one of the things, like it's a family-owned business. Shout out to Kenji Kaju Kimbo, man, and my guys over there. But they do, somebody like the dad, and he was like, we get together at somebody's house every 3 months. I'm like, that's it. That's it right there. That's it. Somebody gotta be that person. Somebody gotta be that person that sets the standard or continue something, right? Because that's what families are built on. We're tribal. And we gotta do things like that, right? We've been doing it for eons, before we had TVs and all that. We've been doing that. Let's go break bread. Let's give gang. You know what I'm saying? For real. You got to. Somebody has to set it off. I try to plan trips. I try to include all my family. I'm about to try to get a family reunion popping. We have to do it, because every time somebody it skips a generation, somebody like fall off. Oh man, no. Let's start tradition and legacy. And if it's a family reunion, cool. But we can also do other stuff, right? We can create businesses, and then once you find people, oh, such and such graduated degree, yeah, breaking the cycle. I'm filming on that, CJ. Somebody getting a law degree. Okay, see if we can bring them in and hire them with the family. Tired of giving away our talent. Why are we giving our talent to other people when somebody got to get it started? I was about to do this episode called Start with the Basics and Prayer. That was going to be this episode before I got the Law of Detachment. And what I was going to talk about was how you need to start, and don't let starting big stop you. This is the thing. People always want to start big. I start with whatever you have. If it's one fan, one customer, one client, one ad, one whatever, start. Because next thing you know, man, we had our hair company. We're going on 7 years. It's our 7th year. 7th year, 4th year on with the cannabis tours. And I've done 100 of these episodes. You got to start with numbers, dog. And you got to start, the best number is 1. You start with that 1. That's it. 1 book. Ask Alice about that. He'll tell you about that. You listen to the podcast. Tell you, man, I'll let y'all hear that story. 1 book will change the trajectory of your entire family. So you got to do that. You got to focus on, man, what do I want to learn? Let me go start. Starts with intention, man. And I told you guys we'll talk about the 5-second rule forever. Whatever you do, you got to do it within 5 seconds. You got to start some physical action, and your mind will start to talk you out of it. You guys remember the 5-second rule of Mel Robbins. So we got to start moving on stuff, right? What do I need to do? Okay, I need to do X, Y, Z. Bam, bam, bam. How do I need? What's my first move? 1. We'll focus on that number again. What's my first move? I need to do this. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. 1 book. That's it. That's all it takes, because it's going to lead you down a path. It's like what they call it, the rabbit hole or whatever, the wormhole. Same thing. 1 book's going to just take you there. And you're going to go to all kind of other stuff. And you're going to pick it up. And it's going to constantly keep expanding. Keep expanding. As long as you're open for it. The universe will keep supplying you. It's the endless plug. It's got whatever you want, whenever you want it. You got to speak it into existence. I'll remind you guys, everything, and I'm pretty sure Ellis can attest to this as well. Everything I wanted, I got. Just got to speak it. You got to do the action. You got to tell God, where you want me to go? Man, God, can you go to Cleveland? Okay, cool. He'll take you to Cleveland. A lot of stops in between, though, right? A lot of exits. You might have to take a detour here. He gonna get you to Cleveland though. Then you want gold D's, you're like, oh, okay, when I pull up in Cleveland, I want gold ones and Vogues. He'd be like, cool, we're gonna stop by the rim shop right before we get to Cleveland. I got you. You're gonna get all that. You'd be like, is that it? Yeah. And if you think of anything on the way, let me know that too. You know anybody better to ride with? If you could think of anything on the way, let me know that too. I'll consider it. Whoa. Whoa, that right? I'll consider it. Because a lot of times he ain't gonna give you everything you can think of on the way to Cleveland, because you might say some stupid shit that might get you robbed in St. Louis. You feel what I'm saying? So you may not be able to even get to Cleveland. So he gonna hit, oh man, God, I want to actually go get some 24-inch blades and stop at St. Nah, we ain't stopping in St. Louis. Nah. We pushing to Cleveland. We might stop in Kansas so I can show you this. And we might stop over here so I can show you this. But we ain't going there. And I ain't even going to entertain it. And that's when he shuts stuff down right in front of you. Boom. You're like, damn, that door just closed like a month. Yeah. That's that detour. He said, nah, that's a dead end road. So we're not even going to waste mileage going down there and playing around and doing all that extra shit. We just going, yeah, we'll stop over here and get food. But ain't we going to run out of gas? It may seem like you are. Light may be on. You don't see a gas station within miles. But trust God. He ain't going to have you sitting out there looking crazy. And if he does have you sitting out there looking crazy, it's for a reason. That's the thing, homie. That's the beauty in it, right? Everything that you touching got something to do with God. Period. Even if you getting away with it, you know, like this fucked up. Whatever, he still got you. That's the crazy part about it. And a lot of guys be like, man, you want some? Nah. I'll see it the same way Jay Prince sees it, the same way certain cats who've been on the other side of the coin, which a lot of you guys have. I already know the majority of people on this live is like that. You know what God can do. The snap of a finger. It happens quick. It happens very fast. He's like, man, and you glad that your intentions and everything is cool, because then you can really enjoy it, right? And it's going to come at the time that you need it the most. I tell the story all the time. I remember we were getting ready to move to the spot in Moreno Valley. Shout out to Moval. And we wanted it so bad. We got to the point where we just wanted anything. We was taking, it was a repoed house, it was toe up, and it was a lot of work, and we was like, we'll just take it. And God was like, man, hell no. Nah. Y'all, one, you ain't got the resources to do this. You don't know how to really fix shit, dog. You've been selling rocks your whole life. So he's like, nah, y'all. This ain't for y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all struggle for the next 5-10 years. Let you get your lives together, and then I'll see where we at. And that's that's kind of how you need to walk away from stuff. And sometimes it could take 10, 20, 30 years for you to get it. But you got to realize, man, I asked for this a long time ago. Where is it? Wait on God. Be patient. Man, time is a man's construct, and it has nothing to do with God. This is that ticking, the watch and all this shit. This is man thing, so he can control stuff. It has nothing to do with God. God is on his own time. You thinking like, man, it's been taking forever. And you really? Nah. It's actually pretty quick. Because God don't play. And it's still in the miracle business. So ask for a lot. Stop asking for just this. And if you don't know what exists, go see the world so that you can see what you really want. That's the challenge, right? We don't even know what exists out there. I didn't even know they made cars like that. Feel me? So you don't know. You still asking for these. You're like, I didn't even know those existed. You got to get around. You got to go see the world. You got to go see what time it is. I encourage cats to do that all the time, man. College, that's the beauty in college. You could do it with a felon. Man, I went to Germany, dog, in grad school. What if I was a felon? Slid through, chilling, eating schnitzel and the hot dogs, the curry ketchup, because I decided to go to school. Y'all can do it too. Go see the world. They had China, Africa. Go do all that, study abroad. And that's when really you get put up on game, because you see the limitations that they have. Like, man, I see why they come to the United States and smack us on this business tip. Because we got the world at our it's just like here, you can take over. But it's almost like that elephant, right? The elephant that was raised with that stake. He was ever since he was, you guys heard that story. The elephant was, ever since he was a little kid or a little baby, he was tied to this stake. And as he got older, he don't even realize that he's so powerful that he can just yank this stake up and kick the circuit master in his ass and walk off. But because he's been sitting there since he's been a child, constrained, he doesn't believe he has the power. And the same thing holds true for a lot of us, right? Because we've been constrained since we've been kids. We don't believe we have the power to create this stuff, to create businesses. We all think it's some white man. Oh, he knows more about business. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? You know more about business. Trust me. Try it. Believe in yourself. And if you don't have an army around the people that believe in you, create it, right? Find people. Go around other people that are successful. Other people that are successful don't mind sharing success. They cool with that. It's like the peasants. Those are the ones who share in information. You feel what I'm saying? I'm pressing the issue, my own success. Send me, man, ask the universe for more, please. Or what you really want. And if that's peace. A lot of times people think they want money. They think they want money. What you really want is a peace of mind. Oh man, I want to go live in the hills. Why? Because it's noisy at my grandma. Oh, you just want a peaceful, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you just want peace. So you out here grinding just so you can get some peace. That's really what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Because that shining on somebody is temporary. That lasts for that long. We've all done it. Like, oh, okay, now I got to figure out where to park this shit. You know what I'm saying? After I'm stunning on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or put the Lolo out there. You like, damn, now I got to go get this shit fixed again. I remember that stuff. You know what I mean? And it's a pain in the ass and constant maintenance. So we do it. We get that ego out the way. But then what? We need more. We got to have more. We got to have something more fulfilling. And it's not the floss. It's the peace of mind. It's the what we leave our kids. It's the legacy. It's what we telling our homies. It's what we building with our homies. It's the memories that we create, right? It's the businesses that we leaving for our families. Because that's what we, at the end of the day, that's what we really doing. We creating opportunities for our kids, making sure that they got something to fall back on if we're doing it right. Teaching them a trade, man. We can't leave them a job, period. Like, oh man, I'm gonna leave this job to my son, man. So when he get 18, he just gonna take over my shit. Oh, he can have his business. If you don't want the business, you can throw it away. But at least you had it. At least dad said, here you go. At least mom said, here you go. And me and my wife talking about creating more businesses so that when we retire, we chilling, but still making money. This is what we want to do. And we got time now. Our main thing was time. Nobody wanted to be a slave to a job where I don't have time to enjoy my kids. I don't have time to enjoy my surfboard. Where I don't have time to enjoy shit. Who wants to do that? And there's plenty of people that are like that and they're miserable. You know what I'm saying? You're making the bread, but damn, the bread is making you. Throwing you, washing you around, and boop, boop, boop. You're a slave to it. I remember being a slave to the game. Constantly answering the page when I'm on vacation. Don't want to miss no money. Out of sight, out of mind. New niggas coming in. So that happens. You know what I'm saying? And you miss a lot. And I said, not anymore, dog. Not going to happen to me. So I'm designing my life, right? Jay-Z said, nobody built like you. You design yourself. So start designing. Start to write exactly in detail who you want to be, where you want to do it at. I said, man, when I first saw Eddie Murphy's Boomerang, I said, man, I want the plaid. I want to work in advertising like Eddie Murphy. Set my goal. Next thing I know, I was in LA. And then I looked at our apartment and we had the same burger. It didn't look like his shit in there, but we was by the beach and we had the flat screen on the wall, and I was sitting there at night, and I said, man, I'm in LA chilling. I'm working at a radio station. Dream come true. Cha-ching, cash it out. All because I put my faith in that direction and said, I'm not stopping until I get it. What else do I have to do? What else am I living for? And once you get it, you start to know that you can get other stuff. That's that thing I was talking about, what God said, let me know what you want while we on the way. I'll consider it. So you can ask for things. You can add to what you already have. You can ask, hey man, can we? And if you're supposed to have it, of course you'll get it. With a bow, you won't have to put much effort for it, right? That's that law of detachment. Detach yourself from it. Detach yourself from the results. Because if you identify with the results and they don't go the way you want to, then you're going to feel like you failed. You're going to feel like there's nothing else for you to do in life. That's not the case. There's plenty to do. You got to do other things because you got to help other people fulfill their destiny too. You're not just here to fulfill yours, right? You're part of other people's destinies as well. And you may not even know what your job is because that's high level shit. That's God stuff. You may not even understand why you here, what blessing you are to somebody else. Right? Because God's working this thing like a chessboard. You don't know what piece you are because it could vary at different times. You could be a queen for this day. You could be a king. You could be a pawn. It depends what he needs you for. I'm just trying to tell you, man, connect with that source, man. It's the best thing in the world. It's that plug that got everything. All the time, dirt cheap prices, and it's fire. Those are dream come trues, right? And that's how God delivers. I know it may make you uncomfortable that I'm comparing him to a plug, but this is the way we talk. God ain't tripping. He know how we come. He know we don't have to change it. We don't have to change our uniform. We ain't got to start going to church. You don't have to do all that. Said when there's two or more people talking about his name, you got church. We got church right now. Right now, I'm not asking you guys to put nothing in the donation chat. I'm just asking you guys to put some conversation in the chat. That's it. Spread the message. Tell a homeboy. Tell a homegirl. Listen to the podcast. Watch some videos. That's it. That's the donation you can give to me. Spread the message, man. Make this as contagious as the flu, as a cold, right? When you turn around and how chewing somebody, man, slide them this, man. You hear what D was talking about? Check this out. I know you're on the edge. This is perfect for you. This is a perfect message. And they're not going to resonate with everybody. I'm not expecting that, right? Everybody has different needs at different times for different reasons. I get it. But at the same time, it can be useful for somebody. Take it with a grain of salt, right? I told you in the past, advice is subjective, right? It depends. But I tell you this, there are certain people that are speaking positivity out there, certain people that are speaking life in the cast. That's what I do. That's my gift. I know what my gift is. Speak life into people. I will bring it out of you. Let's get it. Let's figure it out. Let's do the research. There's a way to get it done. I believe that. We've been at the bottom. We'd have scratched, climbed our way to the top. We ain't all the way there till we looking down on nobody, because that's not how we get in. But at the same time, we leaving, all we doing is dropping crumbs and instructions. Period. Here you go. Here's the instructions. Here's the crumbs, just in case you need to eat on the way up, because I know your ribs may be touching. Everybody ain't plentiful with the information. A lot of cats is hoarding info. You see the ones who really, really got it and get it, they give it away. They ain't tripping. They know God's going to give them some more. Food. Man, damn, man. Giving away all your food. But yet and still, my refrigerator stay on stuff. As much as I give away, it's getting bigger and bigger. Why? Because God knows what I'm doing. And he knows what my intention is. I'm not giving it away on camera, but I'm sliding it anyways. Nobody know what I be doing like when I'm not on here. And I don't talk about it. Because it's not charity, it's my intentions are. I look out for a few people, but I don't talk about it too much. Because that's when my intention. My intention is to look out for them, period. Not get applause for looking out for them. And that's where we got to keep our focus on what are we intending to do? What are we intending to do with this business? You feel what I'm saying? What are we intending on doing? For real. God is if yes. That occurs the app. Bro, yeah. Homie, talk to me. That's what we doing. We know where we at, man. You can do anything. We on here, we podcasting and we talking. We putting messages out there. We getting guests on here. We got Jay Prince on here, homie. You kidding me? Spitting that real. Larry White. Few cats, homie DJ. You listen to these things. Els was on it. Crazy. Like these are dreams come true. Cats sharing their real stories, dog. So we doing our best with what we have, and this is what I encourage you guys to do. Start, do your best, have the right intention, and detach yourself. You have to. Don't let it consume you. Don't let a goal mess your marriage up. Your girl, get her involved. Do things together. I encourage celebrations, homie. You got if you guys those who have a spouse, get them involved. Don't do things without them. That's some advice from, you know what I'm saying, on some real stuff. Do it with them. They got great input. If God put them in your life, they're your partner for a reason. You can trust them with your life. They're the ones gonna send you bail money. They're the ones gonna write you letters if it go bad. So make sure you taking care of home, homies. You know what I'm saying? For real, I'm encouraging that. I encourage no homies to run the streets ever again. Get with somebody, sit down, homie, and make this black love thing a real thing, dog. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I know it's kind of off the subject, but it's on the subject because when you have that right, that part right, it makes life a whole lot easier. It makes going after your goals a whole lot easier. Because when you going back in that corner after life then gave you a hell of a round six, she gonna be the only one sitting there patching your wounds up and putting the towel on your lip, and you know what I'm saying? Sometimes she might even be your cut man. So make sure you take care of that. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you take care of home, period. He or she, whatever. But this is for my fellas out there. Ain't nothing out there, dog. Stay in the house and save you some money, homie. For real. So what'd you say? Home buyers can go to my end and fill out a survey, may qualify. Okay. For sure. All right. Sure, fam. But yeah, so before I go, I wanted to show you guys um the book. Let me share this with you guys so I can make sure that you guys get this. So yeah, this is Seven Spiritual Laws of Success, Deepak Chopra. But the beautiful thing is that he actually has a website for this. So like you got the Law of Detachment right here, and there's a whole blog post on this. And like it says, today I will commit myself to detachment. I'll allow myself and those things around me the freedom to be as they are. That's another part of law of detachment, letting people be who they are, right? That's really difficult for some of us control freaks, right? Sometimes we get around people and like, man, I want to control. No, let people be who they are. They'll tell you who they are. Be cool with it. Acceptance, the law of acceptance. That's another one we'll talk about, right? The law of detachment, and the law of acceptance, right? Accepting things the way they are, and understanding that God has them like this for a reason. And I know it may not be comfortable or may not go along with your plan, but at the same time, it's the way it's supposed to be. Feel that one. So this is law of detachment. I'll put the website in the chat so that you guys can tap in with Deepak Chopra, How to Master the Spiritual Law of Success. And then I also put in the chat. Let me see if I can put it in. Let me see if you guys got that. Did it work if I put it in there? If not, then I'll add it afterwards. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. So we put that in there, and then let me put the actual book so that you guys can go grab the book. Go grab the book, man. Stop playing. I'm gonna grab it again. I already have the physical copy, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Audible. Oh yeah, one credit too. Oh, y'all want to see me grab it? Let me go ahead and do that now. I got one credit. That's done. Exactly. So that's one thing about me, homies. I take action. Dig that one. You know what I mean? So let me go ahead and put that back in the chat. So I didn't just tell y'all that I'm getting, man, that's already done. I'll be listening to that when whatever I'm doing tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat as well. So you guys can go ahead and grab that book. The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is amazing. Guys, I love it. There's a lot of stuff on it on YouTube. Make sure you guys tap in. And that concludes our weekly tap in for this week. Make sure you guys check us out Mondays. We'll be back on Mondays at 6. It's time work. So I'm done teaching for the summer. I'll be back in the fall, but I won't be teaching on Mondays. So I'll be able to join you guys every Monday at 6, man. This is right here is consistency in action. I want you guys not to trip off of me saying, hey, man, I've done 100 and something of these, right? I'm on my 100 and whatever. That's 100 weeks, right? I missed a week here or two, maybe 100 something weeks, man. Put in the work, dog. Get your track record up, and it starts with one. One. Your boy tapping out, weekly tap in, Duane Cofield, Drug Dealers and Businessmen podcast. Make sure you guys hit the notification button. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you guys hit the notification, hit the like, leave us a review on our podcast, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace. All day, baby.